Friends of George Lowe, the young man from Dartford murdered in Ayia Napa 2 years ago, have told this programme they're devastated that the political situation in Cyprus means the two men suspected of killing him have been allowed to go free in the Turkish-controlled north of the island.
Well, the MP for Dartford, Gareth Johnson, has met George's former colleagues and housemates as part of his trip to Cyprus to try and raise the profile of the case. Our reporter Amanda Akass is in Cyprus and has sent this exclusive report.
From what I know,
back to the place where George Lowe lost his life, on a Cypriot street 2,000 miles from home.
It must have been horrific.
Oh, horrible. Horrible. You can just picture it, right? It's horrible.
Today, MP Gareth Johnson heard from a group of his friends about what happened that night in August 2016.
All I saw was when George dropped to the floor with a knife in his throat, and then of course we all crowded around him and tried to help, but there wasn't much we could do. We're all devastated, fuming. I just think it's outrageous that murderers are allowed to be set free just because of politics.
George Lowe was on the last night of his holiday here in Ayia Napa when he was stabbed here outside the Bell, a bar he'd worked at previously during summers in Cyprus. Witnesses say he and his friends, who were out celebrating a 21st birthday, got into some kind of argument with two men who later returned with a knife. The two suspects were quickly identified by police but fled from Ayia Napa in the Greek Cypriot south to the Turkish-controlled north, where they were arrested but later released. Because the two sides don't recognise each other, cooperation over the case has been impossible. But the mayor of Ayia Napa claims criminals often flee to the north of Cyprus, and he had this message for British tourists who visit the area.
By visiting them, you are sponsoring this state, this regime, which supports and hides criminals such as the murders of George Lowe.
The Turkish Cypriot authorities, on the other hand, blame the South for refusing to hand over the evidence in the case.
It's undoubtedly a very complex, complicated political situation with a lot of bitterness on both sides. There is a clear issue here that you could be attacked in the southern part of Cyprus and the culprit go to the north and get away scot-free. That hasn't changed and that needs to change.
For George's friends and family, the prospect of justice still seems very far away.
Amanda Akass with that report, and she's in Ayia Napa for us now. Amanda, what progress has been made as a result of Gareth Johnson's visit?
Well, this case dramatic crisis, and I don't think anyone really thought it could be resolved in just 2 days. But Gareth Johnson certainly believes some progress has been made. He met with the Greek Cypriot Attorney General, who, although they continue to blame the North for the deadlock in the case, suggested that possibly it could be heard in the European Court of Human Rights in future. The police have also confirmed that there are international arrest warrants in place for the suspects. Most importantly, though, it's been about raising the profile of the case. Gareth Johnson has spoken to many of the Cypriot media, and he believes now it's impossible for people out here to forget the name of George Lowe.
Amanda, thank you.